Hey everybody, and welcome to let's take a look at a video of a game called Space Toads Mayhem. What's this game about? It's a top-down shoot 'em up, and you're killing toads with your spaceship, I think. Right. I mean, that's what I gathered from various screenshots and videos of gameplay. So that's what you're doing. And before we dive into really much of anything else, got a couple things to say. Firstly, I was given a key for this game by the devs. Took me a hot second to remember what I wanted to say, but I was given a key by the devs. So I say that because, you know, some people may feel that that gives me an inherent bias in favor of the game, but I'm here to tell you that it does not. I will point out any things I have to criticize about the game when I play it, as well as things that I like, and I'm going to be as fair and as just as I can be. So I want to put that out there. Whether or not you believe that is up to you, not up to me. Just wanted to put that out there, though. Secondly, there is no options menu from what I am seeing here on this main menu screen, and there are these black bars on the side. So I apologize. You guys can see those. I know that you can, and you can probably see the FPS counter up here, which is part of this recording software I use. And you can see these little weird colored things. Yeah, it's a little buggy opening it up. Like it messes around a little bit with some of the things that I have. Like, this is the GeForce driver notification popping in, talking about God knows what, and then it pops back out, and it just never fully popped out. I have no idea what this is down here, but yeah, so I apologize for that. There's nothing I can really do about it. Yeah, now we can actually get into the game. We're going to play with keyboard and mouse. Controls are only WASD or arrow keys and, you know, left click to shoot. So, nothing crazy. And then there are some tips that are appearing here. It's a pretty basic menu screen. The graphics also kind of look a little meh, but we're gonna do normal. I'm not gonna try and judge too harshly. Something I realized in the Blood Rally simulator video was that I felt I was a little too harsh, even though I was actually like really trying to not be harsh. You know, I was trying to be fair in my critiques, and I didn't even have very many critiques for that game. But some of the things I said, I think, were a little maybe too critical. I'm not positive. The devs actually left a comment on that video. They were like, "Yeah, this is why this thing is how it is, and you know, this is what makes our game unique," and because I had made the claim that the game wasn't really unique on its own, and which is kind of like a really bold claim to make. And so yeah, I felt bad because I didn't want to give off that kind of vibe. You know, like I didn't want to be harsh. That's the last thing I want to do, regardless of how bad a game may actually be. Like, I don't want to be harsh. That's not fair. You know, like overly harsh or overly blunt about things. It's not fair to anybody. Wow. Okay, I'm on my last life, I guess. We're on the 4th wave. Man, God, this is a lot. So the graphics, I get that they're not supposed to be spectacular, but there's something about them where it's like it's not clear. Like, it feels blurry almost a little bit. Maybe that's my eyesight going. You know, I have been told I do need glasses by a professional. Do I listen? No. But, I mean, it doesn't mean I can't look at good graphics stuff. You know, like, and I can't tell when graphics are good and when it's my own freaking eyes. You know, so they look a little off, they look a little blurry, but I like the art style that they're going for. I have no idea what's going on. If I'm gonna be honest, there's so much going on. Yeah, I died, I think. No. This is my last death. Okay. And this is the final wave. So my health bar is down at the bottom. I haven't been paying much attention to that. Probably should be, because that's what keeps me alive. Oh god. I do not like that you can't rotate your ship, as far as I know. Damn, we won. Yeah, see this background here, this is really trippy. I don't like that. I really don't. I'm sorry. It's just, it fucks with my eyes. I do not like that. I mean, that was enjoyable, but oh yeah, we wasted all 3 of our lives on that first like set of waves, but I didn't realize there was going to be another set of waves. I do like the power-ups. Those are neat, and they are very helpful because I am not good on my own. Lord knows when I play Isaac, I need absolutely all the help I can get. So what I'm realizing, I guess, is that only some of the enemies actually come after you, and it's usually because and it's usually like when they pass you and they kind of just have their sights on you, or something to that effect. You know, I'm not positive on it, so I'm not going to make any sort of judgments, you know, about something that I'm not positive about. Also, here's a fun fact for you. I am I'm leaving for the airport in about 3 hours, yet I am deciding to record a little bit. Not that I necessarily need to. If I wanted to, I could actually work with the videos that I have already recorded, get them rendered, all that shit, get them uploaded. But I wanted to get this recorded because this game actually comes out November 20th, which is when you guys are seeing this. No! We lasted so much longer than I thought we were going to, so you know what? I'll fucking take it. But yeah, like, it's I'm leaving to catch my flight. You guys are gonna see this on November 20th. You know, because this game comes out November 20th, I wanted to get it out so I could capitalize on that sweet SEO. Get some people to watch my content. You know the drill. It's all about the viewers. It's all about getting people to come look at my channel so that eventually I can build a big enough subscriber base to become a YouTube partner and then start making money off of ads and whatnot and officially become a bigger YouTuber, eventually reaching maximum YouTube stardom, going to conventions, selling merch. There's an entire game plan here. Wow, I took care of that. We don't have to even do anything. No, we didn't. But No. Yeah, I just wanted to get this out, at least for the launch date. I wanted to get this video out sooner, but things have come up. I've been preparing to leave. And, you know, I'm all packed up and ready to go. So I figured, why not record a little content and, you know, make sure I'm really prepared for when I head back home to Cleveland for Thanksgiving. Spent a little too much time in Boston. Definitely due to head home to where I belong. The mistake on the lake. Oh god, stop. What was I gonna say? You're distracting me, shut up. Excuse me? I cannot shoot? Now I can shoot. What is happening? Oh, I am... I am really bad. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm losing all my lives on the first wave. Or the first set of waves. But then I move on to the next set. And I almost survive without losing any... Well, I mean, losing health, sure. But without dying. Until the 7th wave in the next set. So it's just like I'm amused and intrigued by my own skills or lack thereof. Oh god, I saw him coming. You know, I could do better than that. Whether or not I do is up in the air. Yeah, I'm heading home, and it's not like while I'm home I'm not going to have the opportunity or the ability to record anything, because I will, and so I don't need to build up a backlog or anything, but, you know, it is going to be Thanksgiving. I prefer to spend that time with friends and family rather than locking myself in a room and recording me getting irritated with my own ineptitude in The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. So, here we are. Now, I was going to say something else. Something about the game, actually, instead of my own, you know, personal things going on in my life that I'm sure you all care about very much. I wanted to mention, actually, and I wrote it down so I didn't forget. I almost forgot anyway, but the game, which is available now, in the description box down below, there's a link to it if you want to pick it up for yourself. It is $4 for American dollars on Steam, and it is $2.89 in euros. I don't know how, do you say 289 euros? Maybe? I would assume that's how you say it, but, you know, fuck if I know. I'm just an uncultured American. Frankly, since I am American, I don't feel the need to be cultured because my country's the greatest. Why do I gotta learn about how things operate in other countries? You know? I like other countries for their food. That's it. That's all I need. But, no, so it's going to be 289 euros, and then on top of that, there's going to be a launch discount of 15%. So it won't be $3.99 at launch or $4 at launch. It's going to be lower than that, you know, because the discount will be applied. Oh shit, we made that. We made it through that entire set without losing a life. Let's get it. Let's go. We're on a roll here. Just let my mind wander and let my fingers do the work. Okay, well, there you go. In terms of the game itself, the gameplay is actually pretty fun. I'm having a good time with it. You know, it's like it's fast paced and there's a lot going on, but at the same time, there's not a whole lot of diversity in enemies, at least not yet. You know, there's diversity in how quickly they come and try and hit you, but there is not diversity in what enemies there are. You know, the only difference is that some are bigger than others. I mean, then again, there are these guys, which I don't understand what the difference is between them and a normal enemy. They actually seem like they help. Yeah, he was going to attack other, like, these guys. So I think he's actually, like, on my side. So, you know, like, I don't know what that's all about, but for the most part, they're all the same. And I don't know if later on in the game new enemies get introduced. I cannot say for certain, but right now there are only these enemies, and it gets a little repetitive because they do the same thing every time, you know. Granted, like, they do come at you faster and faster as you go along, but at the same time, like, they're still doing the same thing, which is charging at you. I think having having the ability to speak the English language would be good, but also having a diversity in the enemies and what they do and how they attack, I think would be really cool for this game, and I think it would add to the gameplay a lot. The drops are fun. I like those quite a bit, because they help me out and they bail me out of bad situations. Like, there you go. I'm gonna get Megadeth's son, and he's gonna work his magic for me. And we made it through the second set. There you go. There you go. You know, it just... And I don't know if this game is launching into early access, or if it's a full release that we're going for here today. But if it is, this game really does feel like something that's in early access. What is happening? Oh, okay, well, there you go. There's some diversity in how you get attacked, which is what I asked for. Granted, it led to me dying, but that is in fact what I asked for. So I'm not gonna sit here and bitch about it too much, you know, just a little bit. But you know, it feels almost as if it is a game, like it's the base game for something that is going to be worked on for a while. And I don't know if it is or not, if that's the intention, if it is something that's going into early access. I think that it would do this game a lot of good to go into early access and, you know, continue to be worked on to a large degree, you know, stuff added, stuff changed, because this does not feel like a game that is anywhere close to ready for just a full release, in my opinion. My opinion could, like, you know, my opinion is not the truth. It's an opinion. So, you know, take that for what it is. But that's just how I feel playing this game and, you know, observing all that is going on. So, give me those powers. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot. That's why I couldn't shoot for that period of time, because there's a gun timeout power up. And I was just like, oh, I'm going to go for the power-up, without really paying attention to what it is. Like a goddamn dingus. It also doesn't really matter where you click on the screen. You just click anywhere and it shoots. Which, I mean, I think if you added in the ability to rotate your ship and change where you're shooting, I think that would add to the gameplay a lot as well. And like, you know, based on where you're clicking on the screen, have that dictate where your shots go. But could also defeat the purpose too, like depending on what the purpose is for the gameplay. So, you know, like, it's just a thought. That's all it is. That's all it is. I'm gonna leave this episode here. I do not have any intention of coming back to this game. And goddamn, I cannot stand looking at that background. I'm sorry, but it's just like, I feel like I'm staring into a goddamn vortex. But I'm just gonna look away. I'm gonna look at something else. The wall. Here, I'll look at the wall and I'll offer my final thoughts. You know, I just, overall, if I had to sum things up in one sentence, I think I would say that this game needs to be fleshed out more. Just basically on a basic level, I think this game needs to be fleshed out more. I think more needs to be added to the gameplay loop. I think the graphics need some work. You know, but there is something here. And all you really need to start out with is a base. You don't need a top tier, you know, indie game right from the get-go. The nice thing about indie games is that they can be changed, they can be added, they can be tweaked, or things can be added to them, they can be tweaked. You can make so many different changes, you know, and, you know, like, because it's an indie game and your audience isn't expecting something to necessarily be fully complete upon availability, depending on whether or not it's an early access launch or a full release launch. If it's a full release launch, that changes things a little bit. But if this is going into early access, I think that it would benefit a lot. I mean, either way, I think it would benefit a lot from being fleshed out more. All the stuff I highlighted, you know, being added to the gameplay, to the original gameplay loop. I think the graphics could use some improvement. I think an options menu would be good. And some positives I want to touch on as well. Because, you know, I've been talking a lot about the negative, not necessarily even negative things that I'm seeing, but not necessarily positive things either. And I do want to highlight some positives. The core gameplay loop on its own is fun. It's fun and it's addictive. And that is something that you can absolutely work with. It's fun. It's a good time. I enjoy the power-ups. Those are good. You know, and I like the general concept, you know, the core concept, which is, you know, just this top-down shoot 'em up, which has been done before, but not with Space Toads. So, what can you say to that, right? But yeah, I think there's something here that can be worked with, absolutely, positively, and I would be really interested and intrigued to see where this game goes from here. But as of right now, it's not something that I want to play for more than one episode. And, you know, that isn't a bad thing at all. But it's just not something I can see myself playing for more than one episode right now. Depending on how the game gets changed in the future, who knows? But right now, I don't really see it. I think A lot could be worked on, though, and a lot could be improved, and I think there is plenty of room for improvement, and I think that there is a lot here as is to build off of. So I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comment section below. Like it, share with your friends, and let me know you want to see more of any game series I do here on the channel. The link down to the game is in the description box down below if you want to pick it up for yourself. Subscribe to my channel for more gaming content. I play all sorts of games on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you very much, and I'll talk to you later.